everybody, and welcome to my presentation on the Tour of Joy. I'm so excited that you decided to be with me in this presentation. And thank you for honoring Joy First Foundation with your presence. Let's start with opening our arms wide, giving ourselves a great big hug, and just saying, thank you for being here today. Thank you for getting up this morning. Thank you for standing on your feet, if you can. Thank you for breathing. Thank you to my heart for beating. Thank you for being on earth today. That's how a joyful moment starts. And here is the presentation which will share with you how you can participate, how you can create the ripple effect, and how you also can be playful with purpose every day. Welcome to the Tour of Joy, and we're offering spontaneous play and recognition improves how much we need it. We need joy, we need playfulness, we need this all the time. I'm so excited you're here. I am going to show you so many things about joy, playfulness, the Tour of Joy, and Joy First Foundation. I'm very excited to share with you. First, this is an experience of a playful, joyful moment.
I don't know. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you deal with crisis every day in your life? Are you in the medical field or the police or fire or any of those professions, or a teacher? We all need more joy in our lives, and science has proven it. Surveys and what we found from people on this experience, everyone needs it. I'm going to show you how to make a play ship with joyful moments wherever you are, and offer you the opportunity to not only play with us, but share with us. The reaction from many people that have received a joyful moment is, I didn't even know I needed this. How powerful is that? That we don't know we need playfulness and joyfulness? That we don't even connect to the fact that it's missing? Wow. In today's discussion, I'm going to tell you what is Joy First Foundation, what is the Tour of Joy, what have we learned, why does it exist, stories about our travels, how has it changed, key learnings, purpose launchpad progress, and how you can participate. First, what is Joy First Foundation? Its purpose is to explore, create, and bring joy to all living beings. This has been an experiment on an adventure. The adventure of connecting with strangers and offering a humorous, playful crack in the door. What does that mean? A little bit of light when people are separating and feeling disconnected from each other? We're working to help create connection. Why does Joy First exist? 22 veterans kill themselves every single day. We all have some sort of generational trauma. Seniors are alone and isolated still. COVID isolated all of us. Depression, lockdown and COVID broke up marriages, created more problems in families, and we are working to try and just give a little moment of playfulness and joy and levity. What is the Tour of Joy? It happens to be quite spontaneous, joyful, helpful listening, humor, gratitude, bonding, and very playful. The Tour of Joy is a road trip in a van, right where I am here. I happen to be in Sedona, Arizona right now, where on the road, spontaneously, joyful moments are just happening.
Recognition, really. Standing ovation, something probably you might get once or twice in a lifetime, but I think just, recognition.
Thank you very much.
It's the spontaneous joy, the disruptive factor of it. A lot of business people like to talk about disruption. Well, isn't disrupting our day-to-day drudgery with like, we're just gonna snap that and like all of a sudden there's this random joy? That is disruption. Joy, that the residual joy that was flowing out totally blew, and the other checkup, everyone around the place was picking up on that.
So you saw like a radius ripple effect.
Absolutely.
A ripple effect. What if teachers created a ripple effect of joy in their classrooms? What if offering a joyful moment at the beginning of the day and a playful start to the day created a ripple effect, which meant everyone, each of those students or adults came into contact with, also received a little bit of joy throughout the day. That's the goal. In our surveys and science, right, what we've been experiencing, these are the most important answers. Less than 50% of people, adults, experience joy every day. 85% said they would rather have some form of recognition or a standing ovation over a material object. Before Joy first visited, the majority of people were lower on the scale of not feeling so good, not feeling so great. After, they all felt better. On a scale from 1 to 10, 100% recommended a visit from Joy First. What does that tell us? Oh my gosh, a 15-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute joyful moment is so needed. Everybody wants one. And everybody wants everyone else to get one. 100% of people need a moment of joy.
Appreciating him, and then he said, you know, I'm from Fort Myers. We lost our business. My wife's an artist. She lost all of her art. I lost my job. She lost her job. And now I'm selling sausages from Chicago. And if I had not had that experience, I couldn't have appreciated what you just gave me.
He wouldn't have appreciated a moment of joy until he lost everything.
What does that tell us? That people are having life happen to them and there is not enough joy. I was sent by social workers to specific people that needed help, like this young man who was hit by a car and in a coma for weeks and came out a quadriplegic. He and his neighbors got a 3-hour clown visit as part of Joy First Foundation. Senior centers, both spontaneous and planned ahead, these moments are giving joy to residents and staff, Venezuelan and Ukrainian refugees, in order to bring them a little bit of joy during their crisis. In this particular senior center in North Carolina, I made a flower balloon for a woman who was a nurse who was in the middle of her ward. And she sort of looked like she didn't pay attention. I said, do you want a balloon flower? She said, maybe. And yes. And so I put it on her desk and she started to cry. And she said, I didn't even know I needed this. Firemen, police officers, shelters, schools, can we take a moment and just be together in playfulness? That's the question, and what we're trying to do. I have had Joy First ambassadors come out of the Association of Applied and Therapeutic Humor, and both of these ambassadors want to help grow, want to help teach, want to help share how to create other Joy First ambassadors. This is part of our growth goal and a way that you can participate with Joy First. Kathy Grippy and Olivia Vo from the Association of Applied and Therapeutic Humor took part in days of joyful moments, and we have had so many amazing experiences and learning experiences. People that are displaced after domestic violence, people that are caring for their veteran parents, and people that are dealing with their children in hospitals All deserve joyful moments. People that are at your fast food drive-through window. How many times have you really spent a minute saying thank you to the people that were essential during COVID and stayed with their jobs? And I'm not just talking about medical, although medical is extremely part of this equation, but your food workers, your grocery workers, people that did not get the time off that so many of us got, whether we liked it or not during COVID. Can we thank them and give them a moment of joy? Violence shelter, the staff, veterans that never got the welcome home they deserve, all parts of Joy First Foundation. Families, random people, strangers, library workers, everyone needs this. Why do we need a moment of joy? Because we get into our grind, we get into our daily routine, and this breaks it up for people. This kind of brings that little bit of light to your everyday. And also, from what we know of what we learn through laughter and the science of laughter, the science of levity, pain relief, bonding, recognition, levity, and connection all come from a moment of playfulness.
And the last person I just gave a moment of joy to cried her eyes out and said, she had a 3-year-old in a stroller. She said, I just was a surrogate for another family after 7 years of trying. And I have postpartum depression. And so we hugged. She said, I think you were sent here. I think I was too.
These moments come out of pure spontaneity, an impulse. The girl on the left had a stroke at 40 years old and was fighting to get her life back. I was at a flea market and happened to walk up to where she was. And it was very clear to give that moment of joy. Grocery workers, kids with accidents, everyone has some kind of a struggle that they're not sharing. To break that up with some bonding and playfulness and joy really has made a difference. The idea has changed in some ways to where the spontaneity has allowed for me to be there when a family's going through a cancer crisis. And I can bring bonding ideas, levity, humor buddy, concepts of how to keep spirits up, because when our spirits up, we heal faster. Grief situations like a funeral, coming in during the funeral process and offering a memorial moment of joy. Grandparents, great-grandparents dealing with divorce, separation, and the effects it's having on the children. It has been incredible to offer grief yogis, laughter yoga, and other resources and things that are available for families that may not happen right in the moment, but it's resources, it's the availability of having what you need in the moment. It's been fascinating how to just simply find out what people are dealing with that they're not talking about. And to be able to offer a moment of joy in these situations in the way that they're needed by listening, it creates agility, a rapid, continuous, and systemic evolutionary adaptation to what the joyful moment needs to be. And what percentage of people do you think might need a moment of joy?
I think everybody needs more levity and mirth in their experience. Everybody.
And do you think this spontaneous presence was able to bring some joy in a difficult situation?
It was terrific. It was a necessary moment.
Could you see yourself someday, maybe not today, bringing joy to others as a ripple effect of what you've seen and learned?
Absolutely.
I don't know, just you were talking about, applauding people. It just, I don't know, just your energy has helped me get out of a funk or something.
Good.
It's really like a contagious.
It is so contagious.
Anyway, thank you
Thank
for coming to our community. And
in many small ways, through gestures, through communication, through words, through props, and just be that person that will make that person smile. It could be the only smile and joy they receive that day, and a smile can save a life.
To inspire a woman who works at a food pantry to give a standing ovation to her coworkers and a standing ovation to the homeless or people that are getting boxes from the food pantry, to get that recognition and playfulness immediately creates levity and the crack in the door, that little bit of light. This is a moment of joy for a Vietnam vet who was getting the return he never got when he returned from Vietnam. You were at the end of Vietnam, sir? I'm here to give you the welcome home you never got. Thank you for being on Earth today. Thank you for doing all that you do every day. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being so special. We've learned a lot. We've learned that spontaneity is key. To be able to react in the moment with a joyful moment has made change and levity and healing for so many people right then and there. Planning ahead is best for domestic violence situations and larger groups and specific situations because, for example, a domestic violence shelter, they don't tell you where they are until they know you're coming and why you're coming. And everyone needs this. Everyone is going through something they're not talking about, and we have the opportunity to be agile and immediately receptive. Joy is positively disruptive, contagious, playful, and peaceful. Very few people think about joy. Little joys, these little 3D printed joys, noses and kazoos are simply catalysts. Can I give you a little joy? It just opens the door. And to also say, I'm not asking for anything, I'm offering to give you something. Target groups vary and continue to inform places where people could benefit. Institutions, schools, senior centers, domestic violence shelters, homeless shelters, prisons, Native American community social services, individuals, families, grief situations, refugees, grocery stores, you name it, they're not getting enough. We need to bring some more joy and playfulness. It's playful to play and bonding. And what else? Peace of mind, peace of pain relief, sharing, community, and bonding. 100% of people think this is a good idea and have felt better after a moment of joy. Can we hug ourselves and say, yay, yay, thank myself so much for just even giving myself a moment of joy in a playful way? Can we just lighten up a little and play? Joy First Foundation is working with Purpose Alliance as we are working with their Purpose Launch Pad for small businesses. We are validating all of our hypotheses in our Explore, Evaluate, and Impact phases. We are currently in the Impact phase. We are trying to grow and learning how to scale this organization. How can we scale? We need Joy First ambassadors and donations. So Joy First ambassador, what does that mean? Joy First ambassadors will get training. Ambassadors share video and audio experiences on social media, tag us. They live stream and share their experiences. They share learnings from each experience, how to grow and train more people, and how do we maximize impact? We are currently looking for help in order to maximize this impact, and you can participate as well. How can you be a Joy First ambassador? Research, empathy, spontaneity, props, experimenting, connection, thoughtfulness, fun, understanding, love, levity and play, that crack in the door, and the improv concept of yes and. This is how you will learn to be a Joy First ambassador. You can follow and like us and tag us on social media, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You can find more information on our website, joyfirst.org. You can email info@joyfirst.org. and you can sign up for our mailing list on the website at joyfirst.org. You can also donate to help continue the Tour of Joy. Any amount would help us. You can see that you can support the Joy First Ambassador training. You can support the Tour of Joy. You can support random joyful moments with props. Any amount is very helpful. To help donate to Joy First, you can email us, of course, at info@joyfirst.org at any time. We are a federally recognized 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are tax deductible. What have we discussed? What is Joy First Foundation? What's the Tour of Joy? What have we learned? Why does this exist? Stories about what has happened with people, how it has changed, and how you can participate and support this organization. Thank you so much for coming and watching my presentation. I'm so grateful that you're here. I hope that somehow this has brought you a little bit of joy so that you can then go share a little bit of joy with others. I hope that this understanding helps you to think about how you can bring more joy to others. And I'd like to give you a standing ovation. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. Thank you for all your support. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you for inviting us to your school. Thank you for inviting us to your project. Thank you for bringing us into your brain. Thank you so much.